So, welcome back to Division 4, race number 7 in Austria. We are here for qualifying time, and it's looking dry qualified at the moment. And currently in pole position at the moment is Kate Wallet on the Red Bull. Second, we have the R4 on the McLaren. And in the second row there is H there and Lars Wallinen, and then there is quite a close with few guys within quite a close to each other. Then there is some medium runners also doing their first stints with the mediums to get a feel about a little bit around the circuit and the car, then switching to the soft tires to get best possible result. As we have few reserve drivers today. First we have A.N. Tuskus in Alpine, and his brother X.N.T. Tuskus on the other Alpine. And then we have also Ron Kicken, his reserve driver, and SSL Manso, who is also reserve driver. All the others are Division 4 drivers. So we jump on board with RNK Plus on Mercedes, who is currently P70 but hasn't set lap yet. Will be set now his first lap and see what he can do on that Mercedes today. As he goes to the final corner of this track, open the air and crossing the line. It's gonna be 3.8, and that puts him P5 at the moment, as his teammate Zeroan goes P11 on the mediums, 4.8. And Charlinder goes P8, 4.3 with the mediums also. As Clint Keyboard on the Ferrari is starting his lap now. As he's coming to the first one, oh, he got really wide and decides to abandon his lap. Break. He's starting his lap, so we can stay on board with him. He goes really wide, but somehow keeps on valid. As we approach the turn number 3 now, really hard braking zone, and then getting traction out and DRS to another straight, which leads to us to turn number 4. Braking just after 100 meter forward, and turn in and keep it on the back paint. And then these two really high speed corners need a lot of downforce of the car, as brake goes a little bit wider on the line, but still keeping it on the valid and looking pretty good lap as we come into the final few corners. Again, he goes really wide. And over there, so across the line, it's gonna be 1.4.0. That puts him into P8. So we can jump on board now of the Dinky pod as he started his stint now on this tire as he invalidated the first one. As Race Liama has come P2 on the Alfa Romeo, but still quite a gap to Kate Wallet, who is on professional pole position. Quite a big gap to the second. Swinging keyboard is coming to the final corner now, of here across the line. It's gonna be 3.7, and that will put him into P2 as HCL goes even faster of Slinky keyboard and goes now P2 3.7 as there's Nagamati Atla coming out of the final corner. He's gonna come to the line and he goes P9 3.9. As one of the Alpine drivers, XNT is coming now to the sector 3. Mr. X is coming to the final corner now and crosses the line, and it's gonna be 4.7 and goes 15 fastest with that lap. Still on the Aston Martin comes P11 now. This is driver Cheron is, oh no, it wasn't Cheron, it's Aronic Abels starting his lap now as he invalidates already in turn 1. And now it's Cheron starting his lap on another Mercedes driver. As there is Katie Bonnet also, we are gonna jump to Katie Bonnet and see where he can do that amazing lap, what he has done with quite a big gap to the others. As he gets slipstream from the last one in, and that's great teamwork from the Red Bull drivers. You can gain pretty much on the straights with that, as he's coming to the now on the second, actually third 3 straight, and we are finishing sector 2 after this corner. And he's improving a little bit, not much, but still something. As we are coming to the final few corners, throwing car to the corner really nicely, and then coming back to the throttle, and he improved 4.402. That's the fast lap of today, with quite a cap to the HDL, as our last season champion, is coming on lap. Actually, he has invalidated, so we're gonna jump on board of Mr. A, as he should improve a little bit on his time, 1.5 tenths. As he is coming to the final corner, going really wide but still keeping it valid, and he goes P13, actually he stays on P13 on 4.3, as Gated Bullet has now gone even faster, 3.2, that's amazing lap. Wow. So I think we have next car who is gonna finish their lap is gonna be it's not Mr. A. I think it's gonna be Ron Kicken on the Atari is the next one who is gonna cross the line on the qualifying lap, as he comes to the final corner, going really wide, and that means he invalidates the time. As Attila is starting his lap. As Lars Wallinen starting his lap also, but Mr. X improved it and moves up just behind his teammate and his brother. P14 as break goes P5, 3.7. Two Alfa Romeos doing a great job today by being P5 and 6. So Stin on the Aston Martin is now currently on the lap, as there's a little bit of traffic ahead, but still improving, almost 2 tenths. And that will put him into P8, I think. As he's coming to the line, and it's gonna be 4.8, and he goes P10 with that lap. As we get nice helicopter view here on the McLaren 5 and PR4. As he's coming to the end of 62, and he's improving 1 tenth at the moment. As Nakumatila has gone P21, 3.684. That's good lap from the fast driver, as Resniamo on the Alfa Romeo goes just ahead of Nakumatila, 3.6. And PR4 goes P9 with 3.8. As Bonafant goes P4, just behind Nakumatila and Resliamo on 3.7 also. Hayes Taylor finish up to P5, 3.7 also. I think that's qualifying over. Even, yeah, Mr. A stays on P14 now. So that's qualifying over, and once again it's on pole position, it's Gaten Bullet on the Red Bull. The Dutch driver has shown some serious pace on final few races, especially in the qualifying sessions. So in pole position is Gaten Bullet on Red Bull. Alongside him is Resniamo, a Sweden driver from Alfa Romeo. Then second row of the grid is Mark Mattila alongside Spoodle Elephant. P5 is H-Steel, P6 Slim Keyboard, P7 Lars Linden, P8 Brake, PR4 P9, Steve P10, Arnold Gables P11, Salinda P12, German P13, Mr. A P14, Mr. X P15, Chris P16, Ron Kicken P17, and that's it from the qualifying as we now head into the race, and it's looking dry at the moment as we are gonna enter the formation lap in few seconds time. Yeah, so 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go. It's really good start from the third driver. Also, what a what a start from the front driver, Sling Keyboard, as there's a couple contacts with the Alfa Romeo drivers, as we are approaching the turn number 3 now. It's looking quite good as there's aggressive drive from the Red Bull driver as the has come back into the Red Bull driver. Also there's a few Mercedes drivers battling each other now up to the turn number 4 we are heading. As we quite cleanly get out of the race start. As Gator still leading behind Resliamo and Nahmo Attila. 2 car drivers, what a start from them to this race. P4 and P3 at the moment. As there is quite a few drivers has the box now, and there's quite a crash at the moment. As a lot of drivers are looking to take positions off the track. As we are heading to the number 2 lap. As the rest of the grid is really close to each other. As Animals tries to go down the inside of his teammate. As Boulevard, the champion of the last season, has gone for the moon. All car drivers there go side by side into turn number 6, and first driver Nagmate has spun. He lost the rear end and has spun now and will fall down to the last place of the grid. I don't know what happened there, but I think the rear axle just hooked out and caused the spin of Nagmate. That's not the way he wanted to start this race, but it is what it is, and we move forward. As Tin puts the fastest lap, 1:6.377 on the Aston Martin, pushing with that Aston Martin on the middle of the pack. Oh no, Makwa has won once again on turn 1. As we continue, as we have Mr. A and Chris starting out really heavily, and Chris on the Williams gets ahead of Mr. A on this race. What a start to this race, it has been really hectic one. As things come down a little bit and everyone is focusing on their own race now after the first 2 laps, which are always choosing the right position on the race. So what I was saying on the formation lap, as I was muted on microphone, there was top 10 started with soft ice, then almost everyone outside top 10 is starting with mediums, apart from the Ron Kicken, who is on hard ice, and also Nagmatila and Kingsman is on with soft tires. As there's really close with Resliamo, has Capable made some mistake, as Resliamo is just behind his gearbox now. This race is gonna be important on we stay on the gears race. If you lose the gears on the car ahead, you will struggle all the way race. As Gatorboard tries to break down the slipstream of car behind. A safe still gets 3-second time penalty already from track limits. That's not the ideal one, as Ron Kicken has also got 3-second time penalty. If you get this track a race without any penalties, I think you will end up in really good positions after the race. as there was really easy to get time penalty. But it's not end of the world if you get time penalty, as I think quite many of drivers will get a penalty. As 6 laps has completed and 30 laps still to go. A second one yellow flag, and that's wrong kick on the AlphaTauri has spun out on the first corner. As he retired for the session. As there was really close racing with fellow driver and Alfa Romeo and Williams as they go side by side and now really close to each other. As the third driver, Ashley Keyboard, seems to have really good grip on these really fast high speed corners. As the rest of the gets a little bit cozy on the exit, and that gives opportunity to Slink Keyboard and Williamson's Boulevard going down the inside of turn number 3 and gets really nice move done on the third driver Slink Keyboard as they now go side by side into turn number 4 as Slink Keyboard moves up to inside line. As Boulevard gets really nice move down on Slink Keyboard, is now up to challenge the Resliamo and front leader Kate Bullitt as H. Taylor goes also for the move. And what happens to Slink Keyboard? He has lost ground. He has fallen down from P3 to P8 at the moment. He has to have some damage on the front wing as he's now gonna box on. There's even more contact and he goes down the pit lane wall and is now P13, and that means we have future safety car as a couple of drivers are pitting now. And yeah. You have to be really careful on the pit lane entry, as the pit lane entry is on the down the inside, and the racing line you normally cutting that entry, so we have to be really careful on the other drivers also. As we are racing once again, Steelers in on board. As we go to the onboard Resliamo as he goes down the inside of Kate Waller on turn number 3. And they're gonna go side by side into turn number 4, and this will keep opening for Boulevard go down the inside of both drivers. No, only the Kate Waller, but still hanging around the outside as they're gonna go side by side into turn number 6, I guess. Still keeping on the really nice, clean and fair battle as we are now entering sector 3 now. They're still side by side. and Katie Bullet stays on P2 at the moment. But what a move from Wrestling, moving up to P1 now on the race lead. As Mr. Rax gets 3-second time limit from track limits now. Gatebot is now really close to Wrestling, but Wrestling having quite a good straight line speed, but here comes Bullet goes down the inside. Gatebot also go down the inside. The both go 2 in 1 move, and Haystaler also going for the move. Wrestling losing 3 places in 1 corner, and Haystaler gonna go for the move on Gatebot as he moves up to P2, and Gatebot stays P3 now, as Boulevard, last season champion, is leading now the race on his Williams. In the last round in Sylvester's Boulevard, showing some excellent pace on rain, and I think that gives him any more motivation to improve his race, and it's shown here at Austria now by leading the race. As Lars Wallin goes move on down the inside of his teammate. As R7 Austria has retired from the session also. 2 Alpha Tauris has retired from this. Oh, there's brake going really late on the brakes where there he is. He went down the inside Gatebot as he missed his braking point quite a bit. And this gives opportunity for BF4 also challenge Gatebot on the turn number 4 as we go. As Gatebot is now really close to break and ready to challenge them, as there's Lars Linden on the Red Bull going on the pits. I think he's gonna try to undercut these drivers, as it's really powerful on this track, and it's almost time to pit, so that would be a wise move from the Lars Linden by pitting early than his rivals, as Gatebot now goes to move on break, as BF4 also going move from the break of turn number 3. Now, so we are on for break now, as BF4 almost running into back of Gatebot in there on the braking. As H still gets another 3-second time penalty, and that will be costly for him. He's already having now 6-second time penalty. As Gatebot also going for the books. Both Red Bulls have doing the same undercut. As Aaron Yebo gets 3-second time penalty by exceeding track limits. Once again he goes really wide on the exit. The leader is gonna focus this lap and make sure they will not be undercutted with Lars Wallin and Gatebot, as it's gonna be really close when they box for the medium tires. At the moment they are continuing on track, so is everyone else, so Red Bull went for a really early pit stop. As Lars Wallenius gets 3 single time penalty. As they are still continuing on track. That Zero on the mediums has now catch up BF4 and really close to him to make overtake. As Sting gets 3 second time penalty, and Zero is gonna try overtake now on BF4 as they go side by side to number 3, and also Ironic Apos. No. Oh yes. No, it's 7 going. No, it was BF4 trying to overtake Tim. Yeah, and 7 was trying to overtake BF4. Yeah, so it was 3-way battle going to number 3. As let's see if these are boxing this step. No, they're still taking out. As Ironic Cables has gone for the move on a few drivers, as Kingsman has decided to go pits. And now will be once again try for German to get the move, but it's BF4 going for the move Austin as he didn't have DRS as he goes down the inside of turn number 3. Really nice move from the BF4 on the McLaren. As Stin is really low on ERS also, as there is sector 1 yellow flag. There is one of the terrorists has spun, I think. As they are still keeping on track. No boxing yet. As few drivers are now boxing. I think it's time to box now for the leaders also. But I think that was costly mistake for Lars Wallenius Bullet, as the cars will not be in so good shape on the very end of the race. So Elephant and H0 will have edge on the final few laps on those 2 Red Bull drivers, as they will have much more fresher tires. No, Spotify is still staying out, so is H0 and 7-1, Chris, and all the medium runners. As Resliamo is going for the box now. Yeah, the soft are really starting to fall off now. At 7 has catch Hayes, the right full of front now. It's Kingsman going for the move Austin. Austin is gonna come back and goes down the inside on the very late call. PR4 and Mr. A are battling also now, as the leaders are now boxing. Spoilerfan and Hater are going for the bits now. Let's see where they will come out. I think they will come out after the Red Bull drivers, but they will have very much better tires at the end of the race, so no problem for them. As Chris is looking for the move on 7 now for the P2, as there is Avene cables also on the back of these two. As Boulevard is challenging Mr. Hayes Taylor, as Hayes Taylor has gone for the overtake on Boulevard. Well, so now the order is Hayes Taylor and then it's the Boulevard, as they will climb up the way to the front. But I think it was really a little bit too late for these two drivers going so late on the pitch. What did I just say? Oh, there's something wrong with that wall. Doing their own challenge here, but let's focus to the race, as we have nothing paddlers at the moment. As I really get able to just get 3 second time penalty from the track limits by exceeding all 2 tracks on end of sector 2, as Chris is gonna box now. As it's Mercedes 1-2 now, but they will have the box still. So current leader is Lars Wallin on the Red Bull. As Chris went for the soft tires now, and we'll have a cylinder just behind him on another Haas. As Boulevard and Hayes go side by side, and Boulevard goes down the inside, they're banging wheels with a bit, and Boulevard gets the move done and decides to go for the Hayes Taylor, as he thinks he has more pace at the moment, as Hayes Taylor wants to get past, really fast on those who are ahead of Boulevard now. He's 1:05 from the lead, and he puts the fastest lap also 1:05.457, as he's gonna for the move on Stin on the Aston Martin, and goes round the outside of him to turn number 3 and gets move done, moving up to P8 now, as Nakvata goes even faster, 1:05.3. And now Boulevard is gonna hunt down McLaren driver Kingsman. As Boulevard showing some really good pace at the moment, as Hayes Taylor also moved on Stin. No, he didn't get it, and makes Stin half spin and then in the wall. I think Hester has to give some more room for the Stin, but this one is, and we are moving on, and there is a McLaren driver, no actually Mercedes driver, 7 boxing now, 4 soft tires now, As Charlie retires from the session, he crashed out on to the main straight. Yep, he crashed out to the barriers of the straight. And this will give really good opportunity for Iron Cables to box. But I think also everyone is gonna box now for the soft tires almost. Kate Bullet and Lars Linden is gonna stay out. As PR4 is coming and break and Spoiler front staying out. A lot of cars gonna go for the pitch, but also staying out is gonna stay Williams and Red Bull. But I think Spoiler front is now in really good position with his fresh medium tires, but those two Red Bull drivers with really old mediums will struggle on this end, and I think they will lose places to soft runners on behind them. A safety car is gonna come in this lap, and Larsson will lead up the way now on his Red Bull. As he's gonna go now, race is continue now, two Red Bulls leading from the spoiler front. And then there is a lot of cars on the soft tires. As Mr. X gets 3 second time penalty from track limits, as Boulevard gets really good exit on turn number 3 and gives opportunity to overtake on Catable now as he goes round the outside of Red Bull driver and makes the move work pretty nicely. What a move from this Boulevard as he now up to P2 and is gonna challenge from the race lead in few laps time. What a move from him as Brake gets 3-second time penalty also from as Katie Bullet is gonna challenge to get back that P2 position as he has to Stefan on Chris as Chris gets a little bit push off and now from the R7 cables also pushing a little bit as PR4 is also coming as he's gonna go down the inside of R7 cable. R7 cables stop giving any room as they go 3 wide and PR4 has to go wide to avoid damage. Similar is gonna go for the move on H2 as H2 goes really deep on the brakes. They go side by side now through these sector 2 corners. As they're still gonna go side by side. And Seven gets finally the move done and moves up to P8 now. As the others now available and this will keep opening for Spulafan go for the lead move as he's gonna go for the move on Lars Valinden now goes easily past on the race dealer Lars Valinden and moves up to P1 now on his Williams as Seven goes move once again. They're battling out and Histelo is now gonna come out on the first of these two. As Resliamo is trying to get a move down on Aston Martin driver as Mr. Ray gets 3-second time penalty also from track limit. As Iron Aples gets not a 3-second time penalty from track limits. I don't know, I think his trick doesn't work now. Owen, he goes again wide. I think Stewart is not happy about that. As we are now on lap 29, there is only 7 laps to go as 2 Red Bull drivers go side by side, changing the order as Gateable is now gonna lead from these 2 Red Bull drivers. As Arwen Abels is right behind them. As he's gonna go for the move on last lane and goes down the inside and goes really deep on the brakes, but gets the move done probably, maybe, and gets the move done and moves up to P3 now. But Arwen Abels has nice second time penalties. Also H-Taylor will have nice second. Oh, he spun out on his own. What is he doing? And he's now on the last position. That wasn't idle for him, but I don't know what happened there, but I think he touched to someone's car and spin out, or then he touched to the curb on down the inside and that made him spun. But so yeah, there's couple of 6-second time penalties also, and then few 3-second time penalties, but Capable as Boulevard will have no penalties and they fighting from the lead of this race now. As Marco Martin goes move on down on Resliamo, as both cars goes move on Resliamo. as BF4 is now looking for the move on Chris, as he's really close to him. So is Chris the last one, and but BF4 is now really close. Is he gonna go for the move? No. Still waiting for the chance to go for it. As we are having a couple more laps to go before end of the race, there still can happen anything, as Spotify now leads the way up, but Gatewood is right behind him. As Joan gets 3 second time for that from track limits, as he's gonna pull down the outside, so I'm looking for the move, as BF4 goes also for the overtake on trying overtake Chris and gets a move down. Break also gets a move down on Chris. As Gateable goes down around the outside of Spolofant. As they're fighting their way out to turn number 6. And that's wise move from Gateable, but so is from Spolofant. He doesn't want to be the driver to be first on final lap. But Spotify goes for the move already on into turn 1. As there is now 2 Red Bulls changing their positions once again. As BR4 gets nice with all the roof. Switch back from these 2 Red Bull drivers and will go for the move on P2 also, as he goes down the inside but doesn't make the move stick. A sector to yellow flags. There's someone has spun, it's Mr. A, I think. Oh no, it's Kingsman. Kingsman has spun, and also Alfa Romeo with no front wing. I don't know what happened there, but something big happened there. As Lars Valinder has lost ground pretty much now on Spolofant, who is leading really quite margin already. As BR4 is gonna now go for the move on Lars Valinder. Those 2 Red Bull drivers' tires are now falling off pretty much heavily now, as they are once again changing places, as there's Resniamo retiring from the session. As there's break going for the move on Lars Valinder on down the inside, as he goes with much pressure tires, and he makes the move work as they are heading to turn number 6 now. But PR4 has now got the Spolofant. The fight is not over yet. Spolofant has the last 2 more laps. As this is gonna be a huge fight on for a few laps on the lead with PR4 and Spolofant. As PR4 is now really close. Is Spolofant gonna make the tactic move? by pulling out to get PR4 leading final lap to get DRS on himself. But they're both really low on the ERS. So we are gonna stay on board of PR4 and see what he can do. If he's gonna make the move or not. It's gonna be crucial now as it's final lap of this Austrian Grand Prix. No penalties on both drivers as they are now making the way out to turn up. Oh no, they crashed out. But somehow they still keep it alive. As Bonafant still, I don't know how he kept that on track, but he knows leading the race as it's forward battle on the race lead. Gateapollo tries to go round the outside of Spooner out. Is he gonna make the move done? Yes, he is. Gateapollo moves to race lead now. Spooner is P2 now and PR4 is P3 now. Spooner is gonna fight his way on fight a few corners, goes down inside and he almost won. And who is gonna come first? And it's gonna be Gateapollo before no, it's Spooner still winning the race and Gateapollo P2, P4, P3. What an end of this Division 4 race in here, Austria. I don't know what there happened on PR4 and Spooner, but somehow Spooner still kept it on track going into turn number 3 and still winning this race. What amazing end of this race and also what a race this has been. Only one safety car and once with our safety car, and there we have the winner of this race. It's Bonafant on the Williams. Champion is back on challenging the title this year. And there they are, top 3 drivers finishing on the podium. So race winner Bonafant, English driver on the Williams, made his way up to P1 from 4th row, and Gateapollo finishing P2 with amazing battle on the final lap. PR4 finishing P3 also. Good battle with Bonafant. Great racing today. Nakmata P4, Lars Lene P5, Cameron P6, Break P7, Steen P8, Chris P9, Hastell P10, completes the grid. So there you have it, and next weekend I think we will be in Netherlands, yeah, where we are in Zandvoort, race number 8, and we will see you on the next week, same time, different track. Goodbye from me today, I'll see you on the next week.